Hi, my lovelies. How is everybody doing today? This is Fawn coming to you for a little bit of fun to add to your nourished life growth and challenge. So I just want to share with you something today. I know I've got other things to share with you, but I want to share this because it came up today, and I think that it will, what I'm sharing will not only help you, but it will help our sister in our group that is going through some fun things. So, with a show of hands, I know I won't see your hands, but if you want to raise your hand, go ahead. How many of you feel like when you eat sugar, you get crazy and kooky and have to eat everything and can't stop? How many of you feel like when you eat salty things, that happens? You can't just have one salty thing, you have to eat the whole bag. Okay. How many of you feel when you have a craving or a thought about food that isn't necessarily the best food that promotes a healthy, nourished lifestyle? How many of you feel like, I gotta have it, I gotta get it now, and if I don't get it now, I'm gonna die? How many of you ever have that kind of feeling, that kind of angst about going to get a food that you just have to have, and you have to have it now? Okay. Some of those foods, and no judgment here on the foods that it is. Some foods, it could be potato chips, it could be ice cream, it could be chocolate, it could be candy, it could be bread, it could be pastries, it could be whatever. Usually it's those high calorie, sugary, carby things um, that we want. But how many of you have that? I'm going to call it angst right now. Maybe you'll have a different word for it. It's an intense calling. It's like, I got to have it. I got to have it now. I'm going to get it. And because I want it, and I want it now, and I'm going to get it. So how many of you have that voice in your head? Okay. Well, good. If you do, then you're watching the right video. And if you don't, then watch this whole video anyway, because there's 4 parts to this video. 4 parts. Okay. The first part is, if you have that voice in your head, do you know if it's part of you or if it's coming from somebody or something else? So everybody just close your eyes for just a moment. And when you hear that voice, is that part of you? And just whatever your gut tells you, whatever first comes up. And if you got a yes to that, yes, it was part of you. How old is that part of you that's screaming for that food? And go ahead and shout out the ages or write them in the comments or whatever. Let me know. Okay. Most likely, I'm guessing, because I'm not talking to you one-on-one, it's a childlike voice. It's your 5-year-old self, 3-year-old self, 2-year-old self. It's a young self, correct? All right. So if that's the case, we're going to work with that. Now, if you closed your eyes and you said those cravings, those gotta have it, gotta get it, gotta want it, is not yours, it's coming from somebody else, it's not your inner voice, it's somebody else's inner voice, then just go ahead and delete, uncreate, destory that voice across all time, dimension, and reality, and poof, let it go, because it's not yours. If it is yours, we're going to do a 7-day challenge with that voice, with that 5-year-old self. We're going to get to know that 5-year-old self. We're going to nourish that 5-year-old self. So, what I'd like you to try this week, from probably tomorrow when you see this video until next Thursday, is when that you hear that gotta have it, gotta get it, gotta eat it now, gotta eat something now, gotta have it, gotta get it, gotta choose something bad, gotta have it, gotta get it, gonna do it. I want you to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And before you grab anything, close your eyes and just say, is this you? Who wants that? Who's speaking? And if it's your 5-year-old self, I'd like you to ask your 5-year-old self, is there a healthy option that I can choose that will satisfy your craving? Just ask, is there something I can choose that's healthy that will satisfy your craving? And just sit with that. Because part of moving through our food addiction habits is to become aware of who's speaking and creating a new habit, right? So if we slow down, if we talk to that 5-year-old self, if we talk to that other voice in our head and find out what it is it really wants. It may be not really want the sugary foods. You can even ask that self, what is it you're calling out for? What is it that you're craving right here and right now? And if there's no answer, then ask, what is it that would satisfy you, calm this calling, calm this angst right here and right now that's not food related? And maybe you'll get some answers about that. So that is your 7-day challenge. It's to stop, ask, and listen when your mind or head or 5-year-old self or somebody else's energy is telling you, gotta have it, gotta get it, gotta want it now, go get it, go get it, go get it. Because a lot of times we listen to that voice and choose the unhealthy things, the things that we know aren't going to nourish us, aren't going to make us feel good, aren't going to make us, not going to empower us, because that voice, we're used to listening to that voice. So let's try to tweak it this week for the next 7 days. And let's tweak it and move on and see if we can find some healthy alternatives for that voice, some other actions that might not even have to do with food, and see what happens this week. All right, I'm only going to give you one challenge. I know I said there was going to be 4 today. I'm going to give you one challenge on this recording, and I'll do 3 more recordings, and we'll call it a day. So you have this one, your homework for the next 7 days. Identify that voice. Ask if there's any alternatives to what they're calling or craving or crying out for. Listen to the answer and try to satisfy that craving or calling with a healthy option, a healthy food, or an alternative action, an alternative activity or action. All right, you all. Mwah. Love you. Hope you're being well and doing good. I'm so glad that I'm better and can connect with you all again. Take care. Bye.